Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we're going to be talking about Hedera Hashgraph or Hbar, but mainly we're going to be talking about Bitcoin ranging to $60,000. We did see it hit some major resistance up there. A lot of people were kind of going crazy on Twitter, calling for major, high targets for Bitcoin. It is what it is. Overall, we're going to be mainly talking about a few of these assets, and we're going to be talking about a few charts as well overall, but mainly we are going to be talking about Hbar and Bitcoin. So, with that being said, let's just jump into it. Let's refresh the market, and let's check out what is happening. So right now, currently, we do see Bitcoin up about 3.5% on the 24-hour. We also see it up about 10% on the 7-day span. Now, we do see Bitcoin outperforming Ethereum on the 7-day span and nearly almost catching it up to it on the 24-hour span. This is telling me, hey, guess what? The spotlight is off of our altcoins right now, and we are focused on Bitcoin. And this shows on a lot of altcoins as well as, you named it, Hbar, right? We were seeing, we were basically at around almost 40 cents today, and now we are back down to about 36 cents. It is what it is. This is what happens when Bitcoin does run. A lot of our altcoins do suffer, and this is what is happening right now. So let's actually check out, first off, we're going to be checking out the total altcoin market cap. And you might be wondering, well, why? I thought we were supposed to be focusing on Bitcoin. Yes, we are. It's actually very simple on why we are pretty much watching this. Well, first off, we are in this major demand zone, and I've mentioned this multiple times on, pretty much why this is very important. But for those who are new, essentially this demand zone is very, very important because this is the point where we want to be at before we retest $1.5 trillion, which is currently our all-time high, going all the way back to around May. And this will also allow for a lot of altcoins to get a lot of love. Now, how does this happen? When does this happen? Well, it's very simple. We need Bitcoin to range sideways and or make a new all-time high for it to go a little bit parabolic. Then we could see dominance kind of fall, and then our lovely altcoins could get a lot more money flowing through them. We break out of the all-time high and retest our topping point on the altcoin market cap. Now, where is that point? Where I believe it is $7 to $10 trillion. I've always said that. But overall, right now, the most bullish point on this chart is the weekly, right? And let's just remove all the indicators right now. So 1 second, let me do this. So overall, what does this look like to you? Because to me, this looks like one massive cup and handle. And when we're talking about this, guess what usually ends up happening when we have a cup and handle situation within crypto? Usually we go parabolic. Now this will obviously build up a little bit. I could actually expect this to pretty much build up a little bit all the way to around October 25th, ranging into that November, 1st time period. But by November 8th, right, which is marked over here, okay, which it's weird that my target point was actually there, but overall, this is marked here because I believe that by this point, we will see that major breakout point where we are back up in this point, or I shouldn't even say back up, but pretty much here in this point. This is where we pretty much retest about $2 trillion plus as well. But the main focus point right now is just our current levels as we are on the 786. I do want to hold this level fairly, strong. I don't want to break down below $1.3 trillion. I think that this allows for a lot of alts to get a little bit more attention in them. Now, with that, we're not seeing a lot of volume flowing through altcoins right now. We're actually seeing a lot more people focus on Bitcoin as it does kind of range a little bit higher here. But just to give you guys a little bit of an insight on Hbar, currently we are still on that major demand zone point on the major support at 36.7 roughly. We are testing that support. If we actually look at the macro time frame levels on the 4-hour span, again, look at this. It does not look too good. We'll most likely come down and retest somewhere between 33.5 cents to around 36.7 for anybody who does want to get a more, better buy on Hbar. But overall, I'm looking forward for this to actually hold. I want to see this hold so that we could actually get some strength when Bitcoin does break up above 60K plus. I've always said, I think that Bitcoin could see about $63,000 by the end of October, which in my opinion is fairly possible, especially considering the overall levels that we are currently trading at. Now, where does that put Hbar, and what happens with a lot of our altcoins? Well, right now, first off, Bitcoin is ranging, and like I said, it did hit some resistance up at the macro time frame level at 60K. We could actually see if this retested it multiple times. I don't think that it did at all. So yeah, I mean, we literally spiked up to it, hit it exact, and rejected off of it. So until we do retest that level, I'm not going to be too concerned with it breaking out right now. Most likely we will see a breaking point sometime today. So I'm actually expecting us to range to about 61K. Retest that. That will be great to see us break over that. It'll be very bullish as well. Now on the 4-hour span, we do see this is some major, sort of sideways trading going on here. Pretty much at and below a little bit of support and resistance. Again, we retested this point so many times, and I told you guys it was only a matter of time before we got that breakout. We got it today, which is great to see. Now, with Bitcoin, I know a lot of people aren't happy just because we're not seeing, a lot of moves happening with, altcoins right now, but that is because Bitcoin, like I said, is stealing the show. Now, with Bitcoin stealing the show, we are also focused on Bitcoin dominance, as Bitcoin dominance did bounce off of that key resistance or support level, that I was talking about earlier today. We are seeing us pretty much reverse off of that support zone, and now we're kind of just ranging to get to this high up here again. If this does break out, we will see 47.48% tested. Mainly the major resistance up here is around this point here at about 46.94. Overall, though, I'm not too concerned right now within the macro time frames. I actually want Bitcoin to range higher, and I think everybody else should. Technically speaking, within the alt season flow chart, Bitcoin does get a lot of money flowing through it. We get to the topping point. Again, my topping points are completely different from anybody else. Totally fine with that. I don't really care. But overall, when we're talking about these major topping points at around 85 to 95K, which I think is personally the topping point, I think that this is the sweet spot. I also think that when we do pretty much top out at, it doesn't really matter what price we top out at. I don't really care. I just think that we top out somewhere between December 12th to about December 15th, or we could actually top out later at January 10th to about January 13th. Now, again, when we're talking about these topping points, it doesn't really matter to me. I'm just going to be trading the market at that point. But we do know that when Bitcoin tops, a lot of money will flow through this entire market into alts, into Ethereum, into Hbar, and so forth. But right now, personally, what I want to see within this entire time for Hbar is just us to break above this point here, because this has now become significant resistance at about 39 cents. I want to see this actually broken, held above, and us retest 42 cents and actually break above that. That will be very bullish for us, especially if we are looking for those, much higher price targets of like 50 cents plus. That will be great for us. Now, again, like I said, always keep an eye out on the Bitcoin pair, because look at what's happening right now. We have broken down. There's not a lot of support here. We are actually on support on the Bitcoin pair. So if we do not reverse from here, we will range lower on Hbar. Again, that's where I say you can get your juicy buys down here at about 33.5 cents to roughly around 36 cents itself. So right now, keep a close eye out on the Bitcoin pair. I'm watching this very closely. And for anybody who is new and actually really wants to learn technical analysis, definitely join the free Discord, because we do talk about a lot of this stuff a lot. And when we're talking about this, right now the major point of relief for all of our altcoins is just mainly the Bitcoin pairs. We are seeing a lot of money actually flow out of these altcoins, hence the Bitcoin pair dropping in value. And this is exactly why Bitcoin itself is gaining value, as well as Bitcoin dominance. And we do see that throughout the entire market. We actually see, Ethereum kind of just ranging here in the 3,692.50 level to roughly around almost $4,000 plus. And we actually retest it almost $4,000 exact, which I did say yesterday. And I'm not trying to say that like, I'm some guru or anything like that. No, I'm just saying we did retest that level. We rejected off of it, which is totally fine. But I'm glad to see things are actually kind of working out perfectly within the overall macro levels. This is everything that I've been talking about for a fairly long time on this channel. Now, again, when we're talking about this, we also look at Ethereum dominance, and right now Ethereum dominance is breaking down below this major resistance point, but pretty much the major resistance point is here at about 18.52. overall, not too concerned on Ethereum dominance right now, but we will get over that 20.52 and we will range to that high of 26% plus, with 30% being the main focus point. So a lot of things are still playing into the macro timeframes of November, December timeframes, especially with Bitcoin. Again, right now, are any of our altcoins really going to jump out? You know, when we're talking about Hbar on the macro levels, I think that we could see 50 cents being retested by, you know, the middle of November into the end of November. I know a lot of people hate me for saying that, but, you know, when we're talking about 50 cents, you know, 50 cents could be retested tomorrow. It could be retested by the end of the month. I'm just saying, you know, on macro time frames within Bitcoin, we still need Bitcoin to break out of its all-time high. I know everybody's trying to focus on altcoins because that's what we're mainly invested in right now. Just be patient, okay? You know, when we're talking about the end of this month, we could be seeing altcoins, you know, breaking out, doing incredible moves. You know, just to give you guys an insight, you know, some of the altcoins that we are seeing move, like for an example, Polkadot, on the 7-day span, this looks absolutely incredible. It bounced off of $32, ranged to all the way up to $42.81. Altcoins have a weird way of moving. Some move, you know, faster than others. Some move first, then last. You know, Hedera Hashgraph is no different than any other altcoin. Could we see 50 cents being retested tomorrow? Sure. Could we be seeing, you know, 50 cents being tested somewhere in November? Again, sure. We're just going to watch the charts. We're going to see what happens within the charts. Nobody has a crystal ball and could tell you exactly when this is going to be retested, but I'm just saying from overall what I'm seeing in the market, you know, with Bitcoin kind of ranging here, Bitcoin dominance ranging higher, I'm just saying, you know, we'll most likely trade sideways a little bit more. Most likely by the end of the month, things will look a little bit different. We'll probably be at around the 42 centile range back in this major demand zone. That's what I personally want to see. In regards to the total altcoin market cap, I think that this is ready to really kind of pop. Like I said, when I showed you guys the cup and handle on the weekly, this is no joke. This is a massive cup and handle. Again, this is telling me that the altcoin market cap is ready to really kind of jump out in price, which will obviously bleed with, you know, Hbar and XRP and all those major altcoins. This will allow them to appreciate in price a little bit more. Right now, our main focus point on Hbar is just the all-time high. Nothing too really exciting there in regards to that. Right now, we already know the overall targets that we really want to be at, right? We still want to be in this nice flipped parabolic run on the USD pair, which is around the 750 to 789. Until that is hit, I'm not going to excite you guys too much. I'm not going to, you know, give you guys, you know, bullish price targets or anything like that just yet, because right now we still have a lot of things to kind of play into the idea of Hbar actually moving in price. And with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on. If you guys want more free content, like I said, definitely join the free Discord. It helps so many people, and it's a gem, right? It's all free. So, you know, definitely check that out. Definitely check me out on Twitter at NCashOfficial. And guys, if you do want more content like my exit strategies, all that kind of stuff, you guys can check out NCashOfficial.com. But with that being said, I hope that you all have a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.